and advised me to write physical chemistry books not for giving information but for understanding, so that students can easily understand grasp the subject. Now, I am studying the matter thermodynamics. The very basic name thermodynamics means dynamic nature of heat, but which is misleading in the sense that we are not considering the process in progress when the migration of heat takes place from one body to another. In our discussion, system remains in equilibrium. We consider two equilibrium states A and B, and then the possibility of transformation due to migration of energy, due to migration of heat, due to transfer of power in that system. So here thermodynamics practically means system not in process, system remains static. In nature, whatever we see, in the beginning it was a hot glow, and from that hot glow, billions of years, is now converted to a harmonic world, harmony everywhere. If you consider the rushing of stream, you hear the sound of water, echo sound, the moving of the flowers, the rushing volcanoes. Everything occurs in nature from very morning in harmony. At the same time, there are some enharmonic activities also, but that enharmonic activities are again associated with a bigger harmonic part, another. And during this process, one thing is happening. Exchange of energy takes place from one matter to another. Without exchange of energy, nothing is occurring in this world. Nothing is. Everywhere there is energy. But what is energy? We cannot see energy, but we have its manifestation. We can feel the manifestation. It was stated previously that fire, God stored the fire within the stone, in bamboos. Fire was kept hid. But how to find out that fire from stone? When the primitive people learned the process of rubbing of stone, they observed that fire comes out from that. So energy is present within the body. We cannot feel the energy. But when energy expresses itself in the form of heat, or in the form of fire, or in the form of sound, or in any other form, they will observe the form within them. It creates sensation in our heart. Mainly in thermodynamics, we consider among the different forms of energy interaction, heat and work relationships are key. Because without having work on the nature, we cannot progress. We want work from the nature for our utility, available work. Greater the amount of work produced in a society, we say that the society is more. So, how to have work from the state? Now we consider that regarding heat, the primitive concept in the production of fire that occurred billion of years ago. Before the 17th century, the use of fire remains more or less. We cannot use fire except 2 or 3 purposes. Number 1, fire was produced to save life from animal, because animal fear fire. If you are in the forest at night, if you are attacked by an animal, if you have fire in your hand, animal will die. Secondly, we can illuminate a portion. Darkness will dissipate. Thirdly, the food products can be baked in fire. These are the 3 uses of fire. And mostly today, if you consider the use of fire, you will see that in hotel, restaurant, in open fire, the food is baked there. If you go to the forest, you need a fire stand to save yourself from animal, save yourself from cold. We have fire stand and illuminate. But then, heat was being considered as a fluid, because it can flow from one portion to another, just like a flow of a gas or flow of a liquid. It is called caloric fluid. The name was caloric fluid. All the big scientists, they were of the opinion that it is a fluid. Carnot, cycle 1830, that was also based on the fluid nature of heat. But man, the most productive, Benjamin Thompson, whose property was began property for $6, and entire amount was the stolen property. He was one of the 6 richest person in the world by stolen property. That Benjamin Thompson. At the end of his life, all the friends of his life, and hope and honesty to preach. Benjamin Thompson was crowned, and his name was Count Rampur. The Rampur name is not. And Benjamin Thompson never used the previous name. That Benjamin Thompson, when in Bavarian army, he had a very fine observation. Throwing of cannon produces too much of heat and fire. If heat is a fluid, then it is a matter. And if it is a matter, due to so much release of heat, there must be a mass difference. He carried out small experiments in the lab. Taking a copper bar, and it is converted into pieces by rubbing. It is generated, scrap metal, the mass is taken, and the initial mass is known. You observe that mass changes. From that simple experiment in Royal Society, Benjamin Thompson proclaimed in the year 1798, which is the most remarkable year in the United States, that heat is important. Before that, no one can believe that heat is a form of energy. What was the benefit of that utterance? No one came forward to prove that. Benjamin Thompson is correct. Only Humphrey came forward. Every student knows the name of Humphrey, although he has no big discoveries or the invention. Humphrey proved this by taking ice cubes with the bag and by rubbing from outside, he built the ice cube. From that, Benjamin Thompson suggested that it is obviously an invention. You do what? For making of ice, heat is needed, and that is produced by what from outside. So it is a form of energy, supplied energy, not the heat. We melted by simply heating the ice cube, but we have not done that. Only by rubbing the ice cube, it melts. That means energy is needed for it. It is nothing but a form of energy. Why this declaration was so much important to science? Because from the primitive age, what was the basic task of the living being? Basic task was to procure food for living. That is the first. And for that purpose, entire day was lost. Because they have to run after animal. Animal moves faster. Entire amount of the energy was spent to procure food. And then they are thrown into deep darkness. Did not know whether they will survive at night or not. So there is no question of development, only to survive and to collect food. Gradually, we may learn to sharpen the stone, make X, to throw the stone or pin of the air. We observe that less energy. Instead of running behind the animal, if we are able to throw something from a cushion to kill the animal, the loss of energy is gradually. We are doing the work using lesser amount. In this way, civilization gradually approaches, and you can feel when pyramid is formed by applying the energy of human beings, the muscular energy. Slaves were used. Animals were used to carry the big stone. How much work a man can do? How much work an animal can do? So it took years after years to erect a building. Loss of time is enough. You cannot do anything but return. Because enough energy is used for construction purpose, for anything, for plowing. If we employ a man to cultivate the land by means of plowing the land, manual, the man can use that best 500 square feet in their country with full energy. So how will you cultivate, take off some of the land? It is very difficult. Until unless you find easy source of energy from which we can produce what? Source of energy, if it is human being or animal, then the civilization cannot proceed too much. So man were in search of that source of energy. which is easily available, which will not possess. I can employ a man for 6 hours, 8 hours. After that, if I told him, what for another 5 hours, he will not be able to. But I want the source of energy. Who will not? We can use the energy at our will. We can produce as much work as we want. Then only the society will get. And that was solved by Benjamin Franklin. It is a form of peace. Because production of peace is very easy. We have coal, we have wood, just burn it. It will give tremendous amount of energy. And utilizing that energy, you can run a train, steam engine, you can run a boiler, electricity, thermal electricity, everything can be produced at our will or use. So we want to use the energy which is stored in nature, diffused in nature for our purpose. And that was done by mostly first of all, thermodynamics was developed by those persons who are not in the world of science, someone physiologist, someone in the man like Benjamin Thompson's, etc. Von Mayer, physician Julius Mayer. Julius Mayer observed a doctor. We are doing one. From where we are getting energy? We have taken food. Energy is present within the food in the form of chemical energy. Chemical interactions are there, bonds are there, and oxidation of that food takes place in our stomach. Digestion is nothing but a process of oxidation. That produces heat. Digestion is exothermic, you can feel it. If overeating is there, you can feel that our body is too much heat. That produces heat. That energy is partly utilized. You observe that. Our body temperature is slightly higher than that of the surroundings. So what will happen? Heat will radiate from our body to the surroundings. This will obviously occur due to difference in temperature. So body should be cool. So to maintain the body temperature, a portion of the energy produced is always used to maintain the body temperature. And the remaining amount of energy produced by the food grade is at first used a portion to maintain my body temperature to survive. And then the remaining portion is used for, you will see that in your family or in an occasion. You see my 2 children. One is a class baby. Everyone loves. And another is very thin and thin. You see that? That thin and thin baby. He's always running. Mother is tired. I have faced such a situation. If he comes to your room, you will be in fear. He is moving towards the tennis corner. You will see that. No. Always running. Not a question of walking. Whereas the baby one, that is quite silent. Why? Who are having more or less the food? Because the event he wants his capacity of the body is very small. So loss of heat to the surroundings is small. And remaining heat he must have to consume, utilize. And how to utilize the energy? And for utilizing that excess energy, he must have to run off. Must be very naughty. And there is no other alternative to become a positive. And the all everyone has a greater surface area. So loss of heat is enough. As a result, the energy needed to do work that is less, and obviously due to its greater mass, only by moving 2 or 4 steps has to perform a loss of energy. Julius Mayer point out this. Energy can be converted from one form to another. Heat can be converted into this concept developed from the experiment. And then Joule carried out the famous Chatterjee experiment. You know, the simple container, water is there. Container containing water. There is a starter. There is a flame. And you press move in the downward direction. Rotation takes place. Calculate how many times this happens. The amount of energy released is engaged. If it is for n times in n engaged, you can calculate the work which is done. To measure the temperature of the water, you know the amount of water. And calorie is defined as the amount of heat needed to raise the temperature of 1 gram water by 1 degree centigrade. So, to clearly correlate the relation between heat and water. Human. And that was in Joule time 4.155 Joule per calorie. And later was just 4.1858 Joule per calorie. And then Bhawanipur thermodynamics came in 1847, represented by Joule. I spent certain time on Bhawanipur thermodynamics before. Bhawanipur thermodynamics gives us the concept of energy. Energy, we find it usually in two forms. In lower class, we tell them kinetic energy, potential energy. Kinetic energy, energy associated with motion. Potential energy, energy present within a body due to which the body is potential to move. As for example, if I place a body, what is potential? It releases the energy, which is nothing but the potential that decreases. After thermodynamics tells us that total energy of the universe remains constant. Keeping the total energy constant, all the processes are occurring. And the occurrence of the process is such that it occurs in a specific manner. If you consider Carnot cycle, we may think that it is in heating in, we can produce work at our will, but nature forbids that. You cannot have any amount of work. You can increase the temperature of the source at your will, but temperature of the sink, Environment is the same. Room temperature is 25 degrees centigrade. If you want to lower the temperature below that, you need refrigeration. Again, loss of water. So, since temperature is considered to be as the temperature of the surroundings, temperature of the surroundings is fixed. Starting from the temperature of the reservoir, it cannot have energy at will, and the efficiency of the Carnot engine is 1 minus Q2 by Q1, where Q1 is the temperature of the reservoir, Q2 is the temperature of the cold reservoir. If you can lower the temperature of the cold reservoir to zero, then you can convert it completely to what? But that is not possible, so you cannot convert it completely. Certain amount of heat. As for example, when we use fire, certain amount of petrol on. From burning of petrol, we have the energy. The car moves, but the exhaust, certain amount of heat comes. You cannot replace it, and that disturbs the circuit. Energy is present everywhere, at every point in this universe. Wherever there is a point, may it be an electron, neutron, or subatomic particles, all are energy is associated. And you describe that we consider energy as twin or bodies, because to create something we need energy. Energy. Without energy we cannot create. That is why we consider energy as bodies. And in our religion, we have defined Durga, or Durga, the goddess of energy, Shakti Rupena Samstha, and we say, you are being to worship because energy can reside at a point, geometric point. Everywhere there is energy. And the question is, total energy remaining constant, the process is going on in nature. They are moving in a particular direction. If you place a cup of coffee, that will gradually become cold with time. If you see that after a certain time period, that cold tea is again heated to the level of your taste. No, that will not. If you open the stopcock of an LPG cylinder, you are sure that it will get. Never that molecules will come again spontaneously from atmosphere and will connect with that opposite process. Just move from high pressure to lower pressure. Due to leakage in the tire, automobile tire, air comes out. But if the alternative process is possible, then we will be glad. As if all the processes are occurring in a direction which is defined in nature, move in that direction, and ultimately it diffuses into the air. In the ceremonial hall, he could use the bottle of scent that is kept open and sprayed. It will daily step. Just wait and allow certain time to go. We'll see that essence is gradually, its intensity is gradually declining, and after a certain period of time, we will not have it. When it remains in collected form, it has got its price. When it is diffused, it's priceless. Suppose we have purchased 100 grams. It has got its price. It has its utility. You can prepare tea. It has its utility. It has its price. Suddenly, it falls from you. And the sugar particles all are scattered in the floor. What is its price? Zero. You cannot do anything. And the hardest task will be that if you want to punish the boy who has done this, not by using or what killing, to collect all the particles from the food into a container. Obviously, that will be 100 grams because it has not made completely tired, intact, everything. Now you feel that a process which occurs so easily in one direction. When you want to convert him into the opposite direction, how much energy we are unaware of. Every system moves toward the equilibrium. Single law statements. It was stated in various forms, various ages. As for example, we say that one which has its start must have its end. Is it true? We say that man is mortal. True. All these are our experience from nature. This is also a type of statement of psychology. Process defines second law from the flow of heat. Heat out of itself will not flow from a body at a lower temperature to a body at high. The reverse process, the negative, from negativity. The law is heat passes always from high temperature to lower temperature. It tells that it is not possible that heat will go out of itself from a body at a lower temperature to high. At night, entire world is used. See how many million, trillion watts of electricity are used. Illuminate, keep ourselves in an illuminated space. But in the morning, all of us switch it on. Right energy goes. First law tells that the total energy remains constant. Well, the entire amount of energy is dissipated in the form of and dissipated throughout the nature. What we have done, we have made ourselves civilized, remaining not in caves, remaining in illuminated space, but at the same time destroying the nature for the time for it. The advent of science, we have become the present time. We are destroying ourselves. So much about it. The man who is going to the office by cycle, he falls uncivilized. Because the man is going to the office by cycle, using bicycle. Who is a civilized man? He is using a high quality seat. The man who is using the cycle is not destroying the nature. The man who is using his car is permanently destroying the nature. This is the second is converted to heat. We can convert the dissipated form of energy into nature in the form of water. We have done that windmill, the energy associated with the movement of the earth that can be utilized to perform the rotate the sailing boat in primitive age. The wind takes the boat. The direction of the wind is rotate the screen to move the. Now the question comes. System moves towards the equilibrium state. How will you feel that which one is equilibrium state? Which one is equilibrium? Suppose you have given a glass of water and a tablespoon of sugar. I add the sugar within the water, stir it, and tell you, measure the density of the solution from time to time. You measure the density and tell that, sir, 1.01 gram per liter. After 5 minutes, I going to measure the density. I see that the density. In this way, we allow God. We see that fluctuation in the property is still going on. If we measure the density with time, we will obviously have a curve like this. You will observe, suppose this is 1, there is a fluctuation. Okay. The solution has become homogeneous. Composition of the system is same everywhere. So, whenever you are measuring the density, there is no mechanical disturbance, no thermal disturbance, everything. That is thermodynamics. electrical equilibrium, mechanical equilibrium, all three equilibrium, and then only you can define the property. So when you define the property of a system is this, it indicates that under the given condition we are stating already, and that equilibrium is a state of random distribution of the particles. Sugar particles are randomly distributed. There is no local concentration of the body, either at no. Everywhere, the composition remaining the same in this. That means, per unit volume, if you count the sugar molecule, that will remain the same. That is one state of randomness is present. Now, if you dilute it further with water, then the equilibrium to disturb. Again, you have to allow a sufficient time. Give it equilibrium. Come in. You allow it to complete. And then you will see that the density decreases and you will get the possible. What happens? The distribution becomes more and more what? The distribution becomes more. Randomness becomes more. So one equilibrium shift to another equilibrium shift in. The system is moving from one state of randomness to another. From one state of chaos, from one state of distribution of the particles to another state. No choice. Regarding the spontaneity of the process, from first law, we cannot tell anything. Because first law gives you the concept of energy only and tells that the total energy of the universe is. Now, if suppose there are two bodies, A and B, they are important. If I say that, and thermodynamics, if I say that A is releasing heat, then obviously you will say that he must have to accept that because total energy is constant. If I say that B is releasing heat, you will say that obviously A is accepting that. But whether A is releasing heat to B or B is releasing heat to A, how do you কে ছাড়বে কে নেবে কি করে বলবো? You can study so many properties of A and B. You will be unable to give answer. But only a single property. If I define that it is at 100 degrees centigrade, it is at a temperature of 80 degrees centigrade. Then a boy of class 4 will give you the answer. No knowledge of physics or chemistry is needed. A layman can give answer. A will release heat, B will release. Only the property temperature. Similarly, if we say that air moves from A to B, we can define so many properties of air. But until and unless we define the pressure at that point, we cannot define the direction of migration. As soon as you define A is at a higher pressure, B is at a lower pressure, we have connected the two container by a tube. We open the stopcock, then only there you can say that there will move from higher pressure. There is a battery. You connect the battery. If we define the potential of the two options, by connecting this, you can say that from where the electron may migrate. In this every spontaneous process, there is a property of the system which will tell you in which direction the process is going. But is it possible for us? In nature, so many spontaneous processes are occurring, and for each process there is a parameter. If you know that parameter, then you can define the direction of spontaneity. So for infinite number of processes, there are infinite number of parameters. Is there any common parameter? If we know that common parameter, we can predict everything. Someone is in opinion, it is the internal energy of the system. When it decreases, the process becomes obviously. Exothermic processes occur spontaneously. If we had filtered lime in water, energy is exothermic process, spontaneous process. If we had acid on iron, you see that on floor, see that the bubbles are occurring from stone, spontaneous process. But there are processes where endothermic process is also spontaneous. Melting of ice. If I place certain amounts of ice in a beaker and place it on the table, you see that the melting of ice takes place. How? Ice takes heat from surroundings. It is endothermic process. Three expansion of a rat. It neither absorbs it nor releases it. It is associated with zero. So that also occurs spontaneously. So by energy change, you cannot say which process will be spontaneous or not, because processes associated with energy change positive may be spontaneous, negative obviously spontaneous. There are processes spontaneous energy change. So that occurs. Someone say that system comes from higher energy state to lower energy state. That may be a point of practical. Obviously, system comes from higher to lower energy state. Only do our experiment. But apart from system, there is surroundings. What is above the surroundings? Surroundings move from lower energy to higher energy at the same time. Then if I say that higher energy to lower energy is the cause of spontaneity, then what is the cause of spontaneity in case of surroundings? So from energy aspect, it is not possible to predict the cause of spontaneity of the process. Then, at this point in opinion, can I visualize what happens during spontaneity? Obviously, when the gas container is state programmed, it is spontaneous, that comes out, molecules are diffused into the entire space. It is moving more and more away from one another. So distribution of molecules is taking place. Distribution of matter, that is taking place. You will take an iron rod, it is heated at one end, energy is localized at this portion. Gradually you will feel that you are feeling more, because the energy delocalization of the energy. Delocalization of energy, distribution of matter. These are associated with and what very important experiment process. An analysis of the experiment gives us many things, many answers, many questions of our society, of science, everything. Suppose you take a ball and you raise the ball by an IQAC. You localize certain amount of energy within the ball. The amount of energy localized is in the age. You take a movie camera, put it on, and let the ball fall freely. It is all order. What will happen? The ball will jump, and at its each jump, the height decreases, and ultimately, the ball is coming to rest. If the movie camera is kept on for infinite time, we will not observe the opposite. What happens? When the ball strikes the floor, it transfers certain amount of energy to the floor molecule. And that helps the floor molecules to oscillate, vibrate. And in this way, the amount of energy which was thrown into the ball is distributed into motion of vibration. এইভাবে motion of vibration energy distributed. এই এনার্জিটা কিন্তু আপনি না বললে বলতে কিভাবে এইখানে যে হচ্ছে which happens in our নেচারে হায়ার প্রেশার থেকে লোয়ার প্রেশারে গ্যাস যায়, হায়ার লেভেল থেকে লোয়ার লেভেলে গ্যাস যায়। যখন আমরা ফরেস্টে ছিলাম, আমাদের প্রপার্টি ছিল না, তখন পৃথিবীর 100% সম্পদ 100% লোকে। We have not created the earth, we have not created the land. Why land will be my property? How it happened? আমি তো বলি না ইয়ার আমার প্রপার্টি। আমি যদি দেখি রাস্তার পর একজন লোক দাঁড়িয়ে পেট ভরে জল খাচ্ছে, তাকে আমি বাধা দিই না। আমি এই দেখি পুকুর থেকে নদীর থেকে একজন জল খেয়েই যাচ্ছে, স্নান করেই যাচ্ছে, বাধা দিই। কেউ যদি ফাঁকা জায়গায় বসে ঘন্টার পর ঘন্টা হাওয়া খায়, এয়ার ট্যাক্স এয়ার, not disturbing because it is natural property. Everyone is the owner of that matter. So it can take sense. But the question arises when the man wants certain amount of land, when man wants something to eat, then only the conflict begins. It is our. How is that? We give punishment to the thief. He has stolen my property from my locker, from my house. Money for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Lots of money there. আমরা ব্রিটিশকে বলতাম আমাদের নিয়ে চলে যাচ্ছে। সোমনাথের মন্দির কত অলরেডি হয়েছে। The richest person in the world, they are thieves. No. They have nothing to do. There is no crime. But you see that total well spontaneously flows in the opposite direction. Well does not follow natural rule. From more well to lower amount of well will flow spontaneously in that direction. That's why it was not. It happens in the food is becoming poor. Rich man is becoming poor. How is that? He is not stealing anything. Well, is there any sign by which society does this? And in this regard, Plato states, give 1,000 years ago, so long state survive, exploitation will survive. State means the government which runs the system. So to the third, exploitation. Now, you try to carry out the processing of nature. Let us try whether it can happen or not. Yes, it happens. Here the energy is diffused to a greater space. So, what you have to do at first? You have to collect this energy to here. First, on the earth. Then we have to transfer the energy to the ball so that the ball takes its first jump. How you will take the energy from here to there? As soon as you take the energy, temperature will decrease. If you not migrate from lower temperature to higher temperature, then you need a machine known as refrigerator. Refrigerator will do this purpose. It will collect the energy from lower temperature and will give you the energy to the higher temperature. The backside of the refrigerator is hot. It takes the heat from within and it is giving to the backside. There is the radiator. But by supplying only heat, it will not come. Because heat cannot be converted into work. So what do you need? You need a Carnot. That will convert heat into work, and that work will throw the ball in the opposite direction. And if at every place you have a refrigerator and a Carnot engine, then the ball will jump. Nothing is good. Now, every state, even for child, when he earns his 1 or 2 by day for a chocolate, is the tax. India একটা মাথায় পড়বে আচ্ছা ট্যাক্স তো open tax to the refrigerator. How to take money from that in the names of food? We have friend group, we have to pay tax. Whatever you purchase, even an alpine, if you purchase a single alpine, you have to pay. That comes to the fund of our. After that, the rishawa, tell the rishawa to take a loan from bank, rupees 5,000. Who will be his guarantor? You will. But you go there, prepare a factory of rupees 200 crore. I am giving you 10 crore. Government will give you 200. And obviously, after doing the factory, give you a chapter, you will move entire property. This is It is called anti-entropy. Our mind, our eye sees everything. I can cite one example. You will be astonished. We are in a state of full consciousness when you are coming to the college. Not that you come to the college in a sleeping mood. You come to the college in a full conscious mood. But can you tell me what was the trace of you adjacent passenger? Remember, because your eyes were open, ears open, you are in the state of full consciousness. So many sounds were there. You cannot recollect any one of the sounds. At the end of the day, when you are going to sleep, you take a notebook. Try to write today's vision, today's here. আজকে আমি দেখেছি কোন কোন গান আমার কানে এসছে কারণ তখন আমার ব্রেন টায়ার্ড হয়ে গেছে আমার মনে কিছু মাইন্ড মুভ mind your consciousness is in separate. Now I am coming to a very important topic, which is the shadow of it. It increases gradually and it deactivates, degrades it. Degradation of the energy. Suppose this board is a pure white board. So you can convert, say that it is a perfect board. Perfectly understood. But I make a point here. See, which one comes to your notice? Whether the entire board or that point which was it is a black. That black point is very small, but it attracts out the point. I have disturbed the board. I have drawn a point on the board. Initially, the board was perfectly ordered. There was no random. But I add a small randomness into it. So, what is the relative change in randomness? Randomness introduced by randomness already present. Randomness already present is 0. And randomness supplied is more, but positive. So what is the ratio? Relative randomness is infinite. And for this it attracts our attention. And you know, small boy and a small car. They are called. The house is newly painted house. They are throwing ink towards one another. And when brother is throwing ink, some ink droplets into the Mujahid, so sister also from that village. His father came in. Baba, देखो दादा खाली थी. हमारा मैं बड़ा पॉट मार दिया. आज बोले वो मैं कल मेरे से भेजे थे. ना करते. Because the glory so much color that a drop of ink does not introduce any new state of randomness. As a result, it is out of attention. So, if you gradually keep points here and there, a state will come when you cannot count the number of points. And if I destroy one point from one position to another position, you will say that nothing else. System reality. This is relative change in randomness. Randomness produced or randomness present or we can introduce the randomness by supplying heat into the system. And for reversibility, we can treat it, represent it by heat. And randomness present it depends on that heat. Have the temperature. So we come to a mathematical term, reversible like T, that dictates in which direction the spontaneous direction where is relative change in randomness gradually decreases because as it moves towards the equilibrium, initial state and randomness varies. So they are approaching towards one another. Approaching towards equilibrium state. This state function is represented by very important entropy. This is defined as entropy. Entropy means capacity to undergo process. It is the shadow of energy. How it to the progress as energy dissipates, its quality is low. You know that when you are comparing meat, it contains protein, 80% water is there, fats are there, it is a colloid also. If you collect the proteins, it's possible. If you more concentrate it, it becomes more possible. So a concentrated item is costly than a direct. So it is degradation to state. Now if we consider other things, are not in any future. Why this is so much important? I am giving you one example. Suppose the gas is present at a 10 atmosphere, that is 1 atmosphere. We want to have maximum amount of water. What will you do? Isothermal reversible is constant. You can get it. The maximum amount of work we get reversible isothermal, that is RTLA 10 by 1. This is the maximum amount of work. Then say that as per the gas from 10 atmosphere to 5 atmosphere, I allow it to move freely without doing work. চলে যাওয়ার পরে now I feel that we have to have work for this to carry out reversible work. Here you will have the work at 3 electrons. Lesser amount of work. What is the difference? Measure that. That is at 3 electrons. 10 by 5, that is at 3 electrons. And this is nothing but if you transfer the gas from 10 atmosphere to 5 atmosphere, the entropy change is T into R electrons. Entropy is to TA and R electrons. এইটুকু entropy increase R electrons. তাহলে তুমি কাজ যেটা পাওনি কার সঙ্গে রিলেটেড? Because before starting war, you have degraded the system. So greater the degradation of the system initially, lower will be the availability of power. So entropy tells us that cannot escape from the domain of entropy. This is Pauling statement. But what you can do? You can reduce it. What is entropy? Energy. You kill the energy. You reduce the energy. Then you will find out the essence of life. You cannot escape from the domain of entropy. You cannot come. Body will go to the moon and move to the earth. But if I follow a disciplined life, it will take a longer time. We can reduce the rate of formation of entropy. Now we can come out of the domain. And this is what God appeals. Always try to charge each other. Reduce something. Reduce increase. Reduce expectations. If it increases very rapidly, that is detracting from your happiness requires that reach. See, it's hard to যেমন বড়